Hello, good morning. Apologies for that. I did not mean to run a couple minutes late today. Let's turn that background music down a little bit. But welcome to the stream. This is not exactly how I planned to do this. So, all right, I'm gonna turn my headphones on my phone off as we listen. Sound is pretty good on the stream side, listening on my phone, so we should be ready to go. But good morning. Welcome to the stream. We got we're gonna do things a little bit different today because I thought about well, I initially thought about what we were gonna do on stream today, and then I thought, you know what, we should talk about this whole Neptunia canceled stuff that's going on. And I thought, well, what if we did a different streaming format? What if we had like a streaming format where we were like, oh hey, welcome to the stream. Here's what's going on the channel. Here's what's going on in the handheld gaming world. So let's talk about that for a couple minutes. And then we get onto our main, like, I don't want to say topic. Topic is the word I'm thinking of, but I don't think that's the right word for it. But that's what I'm thinking of. So, I don't know if people like this, if I like doing it when I listen to the replay later on today, then cool. And we might do it again, depending on, like, when... like, you know, when news happens. I'm not gonna be like, what's new releases this week or anything. It's mostly just like noteworthy stuff. Main discussion point, says Surf Demon. Also, welcome to the stream. Sure. Because, I mean, our main topic today is Okami HD for Switch, because the sequel was just announced and we're gonna play it on Switch because it's $5. $5 whole until the end of the month. I think until January 1st. But, so what we're going to do is we're going to talk about some stuff because I'm on my Legion Go right now. And then we're going to switch over to the Nintendo Switch when we want to play Okami. But anyways, let me pull up my stream notes. Because I had planned on being ready for this stream. And let me double check. Because my alarm didn't go off this morning. Because I don't have an alarm turned on right now. My alarm didn't go off this morning. When I was getting ready and getting up, the clock said 9:59. I'm like, oh no. I need to start my stream in 1 minute. So I just like... booted my computer up, put up the stream starting soon thing that I prepared last night. Thank goodness I prepared it last night. Said, hey, I'll start in just a few minutes. Hopefully next week will be a little bit better. But anyways. Let's go ahead and go into the stream notes that I have prepared. So we can talk about things that are going on. Or really just one thing, because I thought about a lot of different things we could talk about, like the announcements from the Game Awards, other things that are being announced and stuff. But a lot of the extra stuff that I looked at were just rumors. Like, you know, if you type in Nintendo Switch and in news, all you're getting is a million people putting in clickbait rumor topics for the Switch 2. There are some pretty substantial rumors about some new Lenovo Legion Go models being in development, but I thought, you know what, until that's official, let's not even worry about talking about it. Alright, so as far as what's going on the channel itself, I'm not allowed to talk about it yet, but so I will be putting up a review of Tokyo Clanpool on, it'll be either tomorrow or Friday. It depends on how much I can get done on the game today, because I'm pretty deep into Tokyo Clanpool. I spent almost all day yesterday working on that game, but it's easy to get lost in those dungeons. So we'll talk about that. I mean, we can't really talk about Tokyo Clanpool because I'm under embargo. Because, like, I just asked them information about stuff that they told me, like, please don't talk about this until embargo. I'm like, okay, embargo's tomorrow. And one thing I can say is that my Tokyo Clanpool review will be based on the Asia region version of the game, because it still isn't confirmed when it's going to come out in North America and Europe, if it's going to come out in North America and Europe. But the Asia release is in full English, so anybody who imports that physical copy from PlayAsia or gets a digital copy on an account from the Hong Kong Switch eShop, it'll be in full English. So it'll be fine to play through. We just might not be able to buy it properly in the West. And Surf Demon says, question about your OLED Switch. When in the dock that it came with, does it disconnect from the TV randomly? I haven't had that happen yet. I use my OLED dock most of the time when I'm recording and stuff. No, the only times I can think of that it's disconnected is when I like lift it up and move it around to like plug in my 8-bit DOE controller. But I haven't had it randomly just disconnect on me. That could be an issue. Maybe it has something to do with the specific dock that you got with your OLED. But I can't remember when mine has ever done that. I mean, we'll be using it later on in the stream today, so we'll see if it randomly disconnects. But I didn't have any issues with it yesterday. Derek says, hi, no canceled. Yeah. And we'll talk about that in just a minute. But anyways, so either tomorrow or Friday, we'll be posting a review of Tokyo Clanpool for the Nintendo Switch Asia region, because that's all that's available right now. Or that's all that will be available on release day. And we'll be able to look at it later. But I also got a review code in yesterday for the indie game Ninja 1987. It's a 2D platformer heavily based on the old NES era, like Shinobi and Ninja Gaiden games, especially Ninja Gaiden. It's got a lot of parallels to that, just with how it looks, how it plays, and even like how the act structure is, like the little transitions when you go into the different chapters. And I haven't checked yet today, but I should be getting a review code for Star Trek Legends later on today. Because they reached out to me on Twitter and told me that the review codes would be going out on the 18th. So that should happen later on today. I have not received an email for that yet, but it's only 10 a.m. So we'll see how that goes. I'm real excited about that. I've been rewatching Star Trek Next Generation to like prepare myself for it, get myself back into a Star Trek mood. And as far as what else is going on, while you stare at a random stream starting soon thing, my first rental from Gamefly came in. I'm going to start working on Needy Streamer Overload soon. I know that's not a new Switch game, but I guess the physical release is fairly new because it was listed under new releases on Gamefly. And the only other stuff going on the channel right now, we might take next week off for Christmas. I'm still gonna do a stream next week for Christmas. Obviously, I can't do it on Wednesday because Wednesday is Christmas Day, but we'll probably do a stream on Monday, just like playing some Christmas game just for Christmas, or we'll figure that out. But anyway, that's everything that's going on the channel. Surf Demon said, like the picture on the TV, referring to his OLED Switch thing, will vanish with the Switch screen doesn't light up with what was on the screen at the time, just stays black like it's still connected. That is strange. My TV sometimes will do that. Not when the Switch is docked, but like if I undock the Switch to do like preliminary battery readings or just play something, test something in handheld mode for, I want to say, maybe 10 minutes or more. And then when I put my Switch back in, the screen will go disappear like it's docked, but nothing will show up on my screen until I go back into my TV settings and reset it to the input area that it's supposed to be on. That does happen on my OLED dock. And I always assumed it was, you know, something to do with my TV itself. Oh, my TV is being weird about recognizing the HDMI input. I know that happens on the OLED dock. I think it happens... I think it might happen on my other Switch docks too. I don't think that happens when I use my Steam Deck though, with my J5 HDMI adapters. So maybe there is something there, possibly, but that doesn't sound exactly like your situation. It sounds similar, but not exactly the same. All right, now let's go ahead and all right, now let's talk about this Neptunia situation. Now, I'm not going to pull up the email that Idea Factory sent me. I won't be doing that. I'm just going to pull up an article that someone else published on it to show on screen. Just because I don't want to be weird and like... you know, risk pulling up something that we shouldn't be pulling up for, like, the sake of my future press relations with companies. So we're just going to pull up this. With ads all over the place. For underwear. Let's put ads for underwear on our video game news website. Anyways, so I just wanted to talk about this for a couple minutes because I thought it was worth talking about, because a lot of people are very confused about this, and honestly, I'm still a little confused on it. So, Idea Factory International was going to release the Hyperdimension Neptunia Rebirth Trilogy on Switch in America and Europe, because they came out in Japan and released fine, and then we're like, hey, this is coming to America, and then suddenly, oh, this is not coming to America. Now, this article basically has the same statement in it that I got in my email. Let me get the chat up in my other window so we can talk about it. All right, so the Rebirth Trilogy, as well as the new Death End Request Z Code Z game, will no longer release in the West on the Nintendo Switch, and the reasons were exactly this. Because I can pull my email up on my phone to make sure they didn't leave anything out, but I don't think they did. We'll just type in Neptunia. There we go. The 3 Neptunia titles and Death End Request Code Z for North America and Europe will no longer launch on the Nintendo Switch / Nintendo eShop due to the contents of the Rebirth series and Code Z not complying with the Nintendo guidelines. So that was word for word what I got in my email. Now, I reached out and asked for information and got nothing. Basically got nothing. Now, Idea Factory is good at responding to emails, and they did respond to my email. Basically, what the email said was not an answer to my question. So what I did, I reached out to them and said, hey, that's very strange. I can't think of anything in the Rebirth games from what I covered back in the Vita and PS TV days that would be anything more explicit or out there fan service wise than other games the Switch is allowed. Because the Switch has allowed a lot of fan service games. There are Switch games that have nudity in them. Like Hentai World, I have not played, but from what I have researched when I reviewed Hentai Golf last week, from what I understand, Hentai World has actual nudity in it. And you have games like Giant Wishes that explicitly describe sexual fantasies. I mean, it's only one scene in that game, but it's there. And as far as I can tell, that's still on the eShop. So what I said in the email was like, hey, and I offered this some ideas. I'm like, you know, hey, I know that East Asia Soft has normally gotten some of Compile Heart's more risky games into America before, so like suggesting maybe Idea Factory could reach out to East Asia Soft and say, hey, let's figure some way to make this work. And basically the email they sent back was, thanks for being a longtime fan. We really appreciate you taking the time to show your support and share your suggestions. We hope that you're still excited for the upcoming release of Death End Request Code Z on PS4 and PS5. And that was the entire email. So basically offered zero information. But people have been debating over this on why suddenly these games got canceled. Because there's been a big debate from everywhere I've seen. There are basically two sides of it. Some people are arguing, oh, Nintendo's finally cracking down on sexual fan service. And then the other side's like, oh, but it could be because they perform really badly, which we talked about in my community post this week, right after it happened. Because like I literally, it was like today. Like I woke up, looked at my phone, got the email, and I'm like, what? What do you mean the Rebirth Trilogy isn't coming to Switch anymore? And immediately just started deep diving on all this. So, like, the main argument, I mean, you can see it down here in the comments here. Like, some people are talking about certain things, like, talking about, like, the actual death feature of Death End Request. People trying to find reasons for it, but a lot of it basically boils down to some people think it's because the games perform badly, and the other side thinks it's because Nintendo is suddenly cracking down on sexual fan service and sexual content in their games. So I can understand the argument, because I remember watching, because I mean, Death End Request 1 and 2 did not run well on Switch. Like, Death End Request 1 had segments at the beginning of the game that were awful. It was playable and you could go through it. It wasn't the worst game that Idea Factory International optimized on the Switch. That belongs to Arc of Alchemist, which I haven't played in quite a while, but the last time I did, it still did not play well at all. Because I'll pull up a quick video to show gameplay of Rebirth 1 on Switch. Like, where's the, here's the gameplay video I picked up. I initially looked at, it was from Gamer Linear on YouTube. They were basically just showing tutorial stuff. But their footage was pretty rough. So, like, we'll, capture card should still not detect copyright stuff. So, like, looking at this, like, I'm on 1080p 60 FPS on the video feedback. This is really bad. This looks really choppy. if this is accurate to the game, which I don't know if it is or not. There have been conflicting reports on that. Some people say, yes, it's like this all the time. It's really choppy. And other people say, hey, it's mostly stable at 30 in other places. And it does drop under 30 a lot, but it stays relative to 30, which sounds very similar to how the PS Vita version played. But Surgeon just got a copy protected content warning on the screen. What? Hold on. That's interesting. Well, let me fix the stream. Okay, so it should be back up now. Sorry about that. Somehow my settings on my capture card restored to their default settings, which protected from copyrighted content. So why don't we try that again? Anyways, this is YouTube from Gamer Linear. They're the ones who played the game and uploaded this. I'm going to watch on my phone to make sure this looks good. Okay, good. So anyways, this is the footage that they showed, which looks extremely choppy and rough. And as I said a few minutes ago, there's a lot of debate. Like, some people are saying, hey, I've been playing this game and it's fine. It's you know, it stays at 30 FPS a decent amount of time and then drops into the 20s. Which sounds very similar to the Vita version of the game. But, like, looking at videos like this, I could understand, okay, I can understand the argument for maybe it just performs badly. Because like I said earlier, the Death End Request games performed very badly on Switch. Like, especially the first one. Like, the first area of the first game where you're, like, walking around as the main character was awful. So, like, I could understand that argument. But I can also understand the other argument. So the other argument is that Nintendo has more strict guidelines, which seems like the more likely situation. And I'll show you what I mean. So Tokyo Clanpool is coming out tomorrow. Like the embargo for Tokyo Clanpool is tomorrow for reviews and stuff for the Asia region version of the game. Because they initially were just going to release it everywhere. It was banned from being released on Steam. Like, Steam said, you're not allowed to put this game here. Not allowed. We're not going to let you release this game on our platform. So initially it was going to be like, oh, hey, it's coming to Switch worldwide. And then it turned into, shortly before this happened with Idea Factory International, it turned into we're releasing it on Switch in Asia first. And we're releasing it on PC worldwide via GOG, but not Steam. And there were a couple tweets that went around that specifically talked about this. Now, parts of this I cannot talk about yet, of like stuff that I have actually seen in the game of Tokyo Clanpool, because I've been talking to East Asia Soft via email, and they did send me an email last night with some information, but they specifically said, please don't mention this to anyone until embargo date. But I can show stuff that they've publicly shown off. Like, where's the tweet from East Asia Soft? Here it is. This is going to be hard to read, but we'll go through it. All right, so here is the tweet that someone asked them about on Twitter or someplace. This might be Facebook based off of the, like the format of this. So basically someone said, hey, any reason why you guys specifically mentioned Tokyo Clanpool for Asia release? And they specifically said, the game will launch first in Asia for Switch. Nintendo is enforcing very strict content regulations now in the West. We're trying our best to launch the game digitally in Europe and North America in 2025. As in, they're trying, but there's no guarantee. Now, this matches up with stuff that I have seen in the Asia release. Because there are some things that are a little weird in the Asia release, which I'll talk about in my review, just because I'm not allowed to go into detail on them right now. But, and East Asia Soft was not the only one to come out about this. There was another fairly recent one that a lot of people in the arguments have been citing as an example, which is this right here. The developers between Redneck All-Stars, it's a bullet hell shooter on Steam that has a bunch of, like a bunch of anime like artwork and stuff that comes up as you play the game. I don't know that much about the game. I have very minimal knowledge of this game. But this also mentioned this game was rejected in Europe and the US due to expression restrictions, so it will be available only in the Japan eShop. So I am thinking that Nintendo probably looked at a lot of games that are on their eShop, like the really small, air quotes, shovelware game and otherwise, and decided to put in more strict restrictions on games. Because, there's plenty of fan service games in there. Like, there's plenty of Neptunia games on the eShop. Mega Dimension Neptunia 7 and all those newer spin-offs, like the Senran Kagura game, Super Neptunia RPG, the Game Maker game, the new Sisters vs. Sisters, and the list goes on. There's plenty of stuff in there. And there's lots of fan service games on there too. Just off the top of my head, Oculus Trip 1 and 2, Gun Gun Pixies, Panty Party, Giant Wishes, the Senran Kagura Reflections and that Senran Kagura pinball game. Not even diving into the really small games like the hentai series, like Hentai Girls, Hentai World, Hentai Golf, Hentai insert word here and it's probably there somewhere. So I'm assuming this isn't going to affect games that are already on the eShop. Because let's take a look at that. I'm going to close that window. And we're going to swap over to the Switch for the rest of our stream, because that's the main thing we wanted to talk about. So let's look to see if... I'm sure they're still there, but let's look to see if those other titles are still on the eShop. So we're going to go black just a minute while we transition over. So I know that wasn't a long discussion, but I figured it was something we could talk about. I mean, I've covered Neptunia on this channel for years and years and years, because like if I just type in Neptunia Rebirth on my channel, what's the oldest thing that I find of actual Neptunia stuff? Because I'm pretty sure that Rebirth 1 it was either Rebirth 1 or Rebirth 2 was the first review code I got from Idea Factory International. I'm pretty sure it was Rebirth 1, even though we don't have a Rebirth 1 video on the channel itself. But if I go to the old website, we could probably find... Yep, there is a text review on there from when I covered it through Idea Factory International. I gave it an 8 out of 10 back a long time ago. Because I uploaded videos of Rebirth. Yeah, August 6, 2014. So that was 10 years ago. So I have been covering the series on here for 10 years. All right, Surf Team, I'll see you in a little bit. But anyways, that's kind of like the whole point. I'm like, I thought it would be good for us to talk about it because, you know, Neptunia has been a huge thing for me. It's one of my favorite franchises. I played Producing Perfection first, and then I played Rebirth 1, and I fell in love with the series. And then I'm just like, new Neptunia game? Let's go. I'm so excited. Because the series is just so much fun, and it is such a horrible shame that this happened and they're not going to release these on the Switch. Now, granted, that performance we saw earlier was horrible. It was awful. And if that's how all 3 games were going to run, okay, I can understand that. But the more I look at it, and the more I see situations like Tokyo Clanpool and that other game, which will make more sense once I'm able to post my review of Tokyo Clanpool and actually talk about what I found in that game. Because it is not 100% uncensored. It makes more sense for the idea of, okay, content restrictions. Maybe they're doing that. The only theory I have for Nintendo randomly starting to enforce content restrictions, or at least more content restrictions right now, is because of the inevitable announcement and release of the Nintendo Switch 2 successor console. I think the only thing I can think of is maybe they're trying to create a better situation for the new console, so the Switch 2's eShop isn't as flooded with those small fan servicey games as the Switch 1 is. Like, not necessarily talking about bigger games like Akiba's Trip, Gun Gun Pixies, and all that, but, you know, the smaller games like Hentai Girls and stuff like that. Because there's a lot of that on the eShop. There is a lot of it. That's the only thing I can really think of, because at the beginning of the Switch generations, the Switch was the one that allowed those games. Because like East Asia Soft was able to put out stuff like the Moero Chronicle games, Seven Pirates H, all of it was uncensored and everything. And many other games. So, I mean, it sucks either way. Because Neptunia, Rebirth 1, 2, and 3, I loved those games, and I was really looking forward to replaying them on the Switch. But now we can't. Because the main problem with that is, like, a lot of people will say, well, I'll just order the physical Japanese copy. Well, the physical Japanese copy doesn't have English subtitles. It's only Japanese. So you can't even play it in English that way. So really, for handheld people, you either have to go to Steam for, like, the Steam Deck Rogue Ally, Legion Go, etc. Which the games do admittedly play really well on there. I've been testing the games to make a Steam Deck video because it's not coming to Switch anymore. And even Rebirth 3 plays really well. It's 60 FPS most of the time, but it stutters down to like 58 during like specific transitions, like scenes to gameplay or starting of the cinematic like skill animations. It'll drop to like 58 and then drop right back up to 60. Like they play great on the Steam Deck. But still. And I think that's all I had to talk about this. Yeah, because I did have a bullet point to talk about something that I'd seen in Tokyo Clanpool, but since I'm under embargo and they literally told me last night, don't tell anybody about what we just told you. I'm like, oh, well, maybe not. So let's just take a quick look at the eShop. Like the most egregious games of sexual content, I would say, like really real, true explicit content, not, you know, oh, we're playing an RPG and the girls are in a revealing outfit. I'm talking about real sexual content that rides that line of this might not be okay. Because like the Giant Wishes VN was not okay. Like they didn't show that much explicit stuff, but they described a lot of it in dialogue and text. Like there was one scene in Giant Wishes that was literally just like, this was me. I'm thinking, I probably could have played this game and thought, this was a fan game made in RPG Maker by someone who wanted to make a smutty pornography game. Like it wasn't like super crazy, but it was, because it was only one scene, but it was there. And it was to the level where I thought, okay, I could, yeah, it's still in the eShop. It's still there. Because like even here, they're not even trying to hide it. Follow Rooney's journey to become a giantess. You say that last word to a lot of anyone in that has delved into a lot of stuff with like kink and BDSM and, you know, that sort of stuff online. They'll know that when you say that, you're not talking about, you know, Greek and Norse mythology of female of giant races. You're talking about the fetish stuff. So you know that's still there. Is Gun Gun Pixie still there? Similar game, not as explicit. All of its DLC is still there too. Are the Moero games still there? Yes. Moero Chronicle and Hyper are still there. As well as Cosplay Love Enchanted Princess that came up for this for some reason. But you know, so we have Seven Pirates H is still there. Mugen Soul Z is still there. So I'm assuming that this content restriction does not apply to games that are already on the eShop. But future games, like these ports of Neptunia Rebirths 1, 2, and 3, and the new Death End Request game. Robert says that, would you rate Neptunia Rebirth's combat better or about the same as the Trails of Cold Steel games? They're very different. Trails of Cold Steel, I would say, is better if you want more classic turn-based controls. Because I feel like Neptunia just has more movement. It's been a while since I played the Cold Steel games. Because sadly, NAS doesn't respond to me anymore. About, like, review codes and stuff. Because, like, you don't really have that much free movement in the Trails of Cold Steel games. It's more classic RPG where it's like party, enemies. Pick a skill, go. And I think Neptunia is a little more interactive because you actually have that free movement aspect to it where you like set up your angles and combos, and I think that's really neat. I think they're both really good systems. I think it just depends on if you like moving around more versus just having placement that's kind of there and going at it. Because, I mean, obviously the Trail series has always had a little bit of movement in there, but Trails has movement more like a tactical RPG does, where movement is a command, sort of. As far as my personal enjoyment, I like the Neptunia engine a little bit more, just because I like the kind of meld between action and turn-based RPGs. More than Neptunia's new system, like the system they introduced in the Sisters game. That was a lot more actiony. But that I kind of like view that kind of like I view the Atelier Ryza combat system. I don't like it as much as the old system, but I do still like it. It's still fun. Robert says, I always wanted a little more movement of Trails combat, so I think I would enjoy the combat in Neptunia Rebirth. Oh, yeah. It's a lot of fun because like it's still turn-based, but you actually walk around and like you have this little radius thing that comes up when you choose different skills to show you where it's going to be affected, so you can like move around and set up where you want the attack to go to kind of like blend into multiple enemies from time to time to be able to turn a regular attack into something that can hit more. And I mean, if you still have a Vita, PlayStation TV, or have like a Steam Deck or other handheld PC, the Steam games are great. They're a little awkward because sometimes the Steam games will boot up for the first time and default to keyboard control, so you'll have to actually navigate either with a touchscreen or with an actual keyboard to the settings menu to swap it over to gamepad controls. But once you do that, it's great. Because like I said a little bit ago, mostly 60 FPS. They stutter down to 58 a little bit. I'm still got some more testing to do on them, but that's pretty much what I've gotten out of them so far. But anyways, that's all I have to say about all of that Neptunia stuff. And we're almost an hour in, but this is why I wanted to do the stream earlier today. Not realizing that my alarm wouldn't go off and I wouldn't wake up until literally 1 minute before the stream was supposed to start. But that's okay. We talked about things. Now the other thing I want to do, the main thing we're doing today is Okami HD. Because the Game Awards was last week. I was listening to the Game Awards while at my loss prevention job, and I watched a bunch from it as I left work that night. And Capcom announced a new Okami game, which I believe they had the original director come back. Yeah, Hideki Kamiya. I'm sorry if I butchered that name. Yeah. Kamiya directed the original game as well as Devil May Cry and Bayonetta. So we're going to get no real indication of what this game is going to be story-wise. Because technically we have already gotten 2 different Okami games, because we had Okami on the PS2, which got remastered for newer platforms as Okami HD, but we also have Okami Den, the Nintendo DS game that was a sequel that had it focused not on Amaterasu herself, but it took place, you mean it took place like less than a year after the events of the first game, where you played as Amaterasu's son, Chibi-Derasu. And it looked like it was just regular Amaterasu that was running in the Okami Sequel teaser trailer. So, like, my first thought was, okay, what are they going to do here? Because was Kamiya involved in Okami Den at all? Made Okami in 2006. No, he was not. So he did not direct the sequel. Because, like, my first thought was, okay, are they going to do, the thing that Hollywood does a lot of times with sequels, where it's like, here's a sequel to the original entry that ignores all the other sequels. So, like, are they going to delete Okami Den from the lore and make this other sequel now that the original director's involved? We don't know yet. We don't know anything about it. We just know there was a real pretty cinematic teaser trailer that showed Amaterasu running around through like a forest and field and stuff, and it looked great, and people went absolutely bonkers because it's been 14 years since the last Okami game, and that was Okami Den. The only other thing that Amaterasu's been in, I think, has been Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and possibly Project X Zone or Project Cross Zone. Yeah, because Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite did not have Amaterasu come back. But that's what we're going to do today. So I'm going to boot it up, and we will be spending probably the next couple hours just playing Okami HD. Because right now, Okami HD is $5 on Nintendo Switch. This sale is going on through the rest of this month. So if any of you get like little eShop cards for Christmas or anything, or just have $5 to spare, Okami HD is a fantastic little, Japanese stylistic Zelda-like adventure game. All right, we got our little intro here. Once upon a time in a faraway land, there was a tiny village by the name of Kamiki. All right, so it'll probably repeat when we start the game, because I thought about going into our old save files and just going into a post-tutorial save file, but I thought, you know what? No, let's just start from the beginning and showcase the first couple hours of Okami HD running on Nintendo Switch, because one thing that I've noticed on this channel is that a lot of my views and traffic, like, we get a fair amount of traffic coming in when I post videos, but I would say the vast majority is when games go on sale and people look up reviews. So because this is on sale right now, let's do a new thing, and I'm only putting it on that screen so it doesn't cycle back to the intro again. How's the audio? Audio sounds okay. Game! Stop it! Alright, I'll just move the cursor every once in a while. But since a lot of people typically come to my videos when games are on sale, because I get comments all the time about, hey, this game's on sale. Hey, this game's on sale. Hey, this game's also on sale. Look, if I can set down the controller for 2 seconds, Okami. Like some of the new comments that I have. Like I have some other comments where people are just like talking about things and asking questions. But like yesterday, got a comment on Gear Club Unlimited. Hey, this game's $1 now. And I get a lot of comments like that. Robert says, it's awesome you're playing this game today. It's something I purchased on sale a few years back but totally forgot about. I've never played it, but it looks like a lot of fun. Oh, it's great. It's a very pretty game, and it's very fun to play through. It's got a very unique style of going through things. So like, there's another comment for Gear Club Unlimited saying, hey, this is 99.99 euros. And within the past week, I got a comment on the Batman Arkham game saying, "Hey, it's $23 for all games, all 3 games now." But a lot of people come in when games are on sale and will comment on them. Like some videos will like pop off right away, like the Bazite Lenovo Legion Go video did. But since I get a lot of traffic from when games are on sale, this game's on sale, so let's do a stream about it. So we'll go ahead and start a new game, let that start, and we'll just go for at least a couple hours. Oh, there's director. Sorry about all the background noise. Like you can hear every time I set down a controller. But now we're gonna get away from all the games being canceled things, and we're just gonna enjoy this game because this is a game I really liked. I have a friend who loves this game, and when I played it on Switch, I'm like, you know what, this is really good. Alright, so this intro is a little bit different. A tiny hamlet known as Kamiki lays nestled in a grove of proud and beautiful cherry blossom trees. Each and every tree around the quiet burg was honored as a god. However, the village was not without its dark secrets. Now, of course, this whole talking about God thing is like, this is a very, very, you know, Japanese folklore type game. There we go. To satiate the appetite of Orochi, a fearsome cave-dwelling beast, a young maiden was offered as a sacrifice at the annual festival. With a body like a mountain and 8 heads mounted on the necks the size of tree trunks, aka a giant dragon thing. It's basically, you know, the Japanese equivalent to a Hydra, but with more heads. Its eyes were said to curse anybody who looked at them. And this is just like background story for where the game begins. When the night of the sacrifice drew near, a mysterious white wolf appeared outside the village. Its coat as brilliant as snow was dubbed Shiranui. Now, I also apologize if I butcher any of these names, because I'm sure I will. The wolf kept a watchful eye on anybody who ventured outside the village and made a habit of patrolling the streets. People assumed the wolf to be a familiar of Orochi. you know, they assumed that the wolf was there to watch and make sure that they were preparing their little sacrifice. One villager took it upon himself to face the fearsome wolf. The warrior Nagi attempted many times to challenge the wolf, but his attempts were thwarted by their swift movements. Robert says, I'm sad Freedom Wars Remastered isn't coming out until January 10th. I would have loved to play that over my Christmas break. It's one of my favorites. That is sad too. I did see the recent trailer that they put up there for it. It is a really good game. I really enjoyed Freedom Wars when I played it on the Vita. Let's see, the piercing the sky, the arrow sun. The arrow pierced the home of Nami, the village's most beautiful maiden. Nagi, harboring a secret love for her, was enraged. Determined to put an end to Orochi once and for all, he traveled to the beast's cave in place of his beloved maiden. The Moon Cave, a place as dark as evil itself, served as Orochi's home as Nagi stood bravely before the entrance. I do like the little imagery they did here to make it kind of makes it look like Orochi's like coming out of like the structures that are built there. Orochi stood tall before him, anxious for another sacrifice. Nagi leapt with incredible grace, swinging his blade valiantly. Orochi's eye was like steel, the blade barely even left a scratch. At long last, Nagi had his energy spent from the intense battle, dropped to his knees, fatigued and gasping for breath. He knew he was staring death in the face. It was then that the wolf appeared. As if to protect him, it stood its ground before Orochi. In the darkness of the cave, the wolf's coat shone brilliantly. Bearing its fearsome claws, the wolf leapt towards Orochi. Orochi reared its terrifying heads. The two beasts struggled wildly, thrashing in the darkness. So wolf versus big dragon. The spectacle continued for a long time. The wolf summoned gusts of divine wind to counter Orochi's flames with a paintbrush, hinting at a lot of the mechanics that we get to do later on in the game. Because the big tool of this game is a paintbrush, and you can actually like draw things on the screen to have certain effects happen. Like wind, cutting down things off of signs and trees and stuff. However, Orochi was protected by a mystical power and was not easily bested. The wolf, covered in gashes, majestic coat dyed crimson, stood exhausted. Orochi saw a chance to strike, but the wolf refused to give in. With its last ounce of strength, the wolf gazed heavenward and unleashed a mighty howl. Suddenly, the black clouds overhead dissipated. The light from above glinted off of the sword as a beacon of hope. Guided by his sword, Nagi, who had been taking shelter in the shadows, stood proudly to face his adversary, channeling all his strength into his scarred and battered arms. He leapt towards Orochi, his sword poised high. The golden sword danced in his head like a puppet on a string. And one by one, Orochi's fearsome heads separated from their owner. Decapitated! Orochi's broken body collapsed in a lake of its own blood. And the curse was lifted. We'll eventually get past the intro and get to gameplay stuff. This game's got a good story. But the wolf had succumbed to Orochi's poison and struggled to breathe. And then Nagi picked up the wolf and returned to the village. And when they got back, the wolf wasn't moving. Oh, but still alive. It let out a little bark, then closed its eyes and drifted off as if to slumber. Peace had at last returned to the village. In honor of the wolf's heroic exploits, the villagers erected a shrine and placed a statue of the wolf within it. Nagi's sword was christened Tsukuyomi and placed inside the moon cave where Orochi was. The villagers all look forward to an age of endless peace. However, there is more to this tale than most people know. 100 years later, it happened so quickly that no one in the village even took notice. And here's the actual in-game graphical engine. Lots of cell shading going on. A big thing of like watercolor paint stuff. It's a very pretty looking game. Is this the legendary sword? Is this Tsukuyomi, the sword that banished the dreaded Orochi? That's a big sword. Dude's having to put both of his hands on it just to try to move it. It's just a legend. Nothing but a fairy tale. I'm gonna pull the sword out and... oh no! You've unleashed the evil! Oh, he who seeks power. He who has broken my bonds, says Orochi. Speak the words, I wish darkness unto the world. Utter that prayer unto me and unleash my power. Dude's like, nope, I'm running away. Mistakes have been made. Mistakes were made on this day. Alright, a horrible tragedy suddenly swept over the land. However, there was one village that seemed to escape the terrible curse. The tiny settlement of Kamiki Village. Oh, and there's the statue they made of the White Wolf. It is here that the real story begins. Oh, I remember her. Sakuya, that's cute. Sakuya was in the second game as well, I think. I think there was like a little chibi version of her. Because, like, since the second game was about the son of Amaterasu, everything was kind of like chibi-fied with the graphics. Because, you know, it was a 3D game on the Nintendo DS. Pretty good one, too. How troublesome. This is just like the ancient prophecy of doom. What has transpired to bring about such calamity? We must act quickly. My power has diminished over the years I've spent protecting this area. I don't have much time left in this world. I'm pretty sure you're in the sequel. So, Amaterasu, now is the time. We have never needed your power more. Shine your divine light upon this broken and polluted world. Oh look! The statue is real! Okami Amaterasu. So Amaterasu is the Japanese sun goddess. So basically the lore here is that the sun goddess takes the form of this white wolf. Ah, such divine white light, such beauty and grace, the only one capable of such a wondrous spectacle. Our mother and the origin of all that is Amaterasu. How delightful to see that the savior whose brave sacrifice sealed away the evil demon so many years ago has not changed one bit. Seeing you emerge after so many years spent as a statue brings happiness to my heart. So I'm assuming that the spirit of Amaterasu moved into the statue after the original wolf body died. Saki's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Sleeping on the job. Look up. There's work to do. Since your untimely departure from our midst, the world has succumbed to devious and vicious beasts. And you know, the cell shading really helped this game. The cell shading helped a lot of games. I would say like around PS2 level and up, like the PS2 and PSP both. Cell shading really helped smooth out edges of character models, and you could make some really good looking games using cell shading. Please use your powers to banish the darkness and punish those who would do us harm. Huh? What is this? Has something stolen its way into my robe? Oh no. I remember this. Ho ho ho. Phew, what on earth is that? You again? Little beetlehead guy? Are you nuts? Boy, for a little thing, you sure make a big fuss. I was just trying to make the conversation a bit more interesting. Were you napping in my clothes again? I told you 1,000 times not to call me that. I'm a wandering artist! The name's Isun. You know, Isun is a reference to the, I don't know if it was Japanese or not, but the folklore of Isun Bushi? I think it was Japanese folklore. Isun Bushi was a Japanese fairy tale about a very small person. Kind of like the Japanese version of Tom Thumb. That's why he's so little. I'll show you just how great I am, and it won't be long till you're bowing before my great brush, because he's an artist. Watch while I... Oh, did you draw this picture of Sakuya that looks like Sakuya older? Well, what do you think? Even cuter than the real thing, isn't it? What's with you, Furball? You look kind of down in the dumps. Actually, you look kind of familiar. You look just like that statue of the white wolf. Hey, what do you think you're doing? Are you crazy? This is this is part of what makes this game so much fun, because Isun is just kind of like the little comic relief funny character, and the fact that Amaterasu can't really talk. A handsome guy like me should never be covered in wolf slobber. You'll regret messing with the great Isun. Don't make me use my prized sword, Denkomaro, against you. What's that growling sound? And why is it so dark anyways? I've used all the power I have to protect Kamiki Village. The village lives on, and their spirits lie encased in my fruit. Oh. Is everybody dead? Did everybody die? And Saki had took their spirits and put them in and protected them? Oh, cut the fruit free and the village will be reborn. I trust in you. I know that you will lead us down the right path. Oh yeah, and if you can look behind the text bubble, there's like a little, there's a big fruit hanging from the tree. The trees returned to normal, huh? That Sakia girl sure said some weird stuff. The village's spirits are being kept inside the fruit. That's the fruit. The girl said that if you cut it down, the village will be restored. But it's awfully high up there. If you don't use some kind of special power, there's no way you're gonna reach it. Or like the wolf could literally just like climb the tree. A lot can happen while you're taking a nap, it seems. You know, a 100-year nap. I'm gonna lower the audio of the game just slightly, because a lot of these sound effects are getting a little loud. Alright, as you can see, the game plays pretty well. This is like we're moving around, it's nice and smooth here. Now, of course, we don't have access to the means to cut down this tree yet. Oh, and look at that. You can see all, like, the grass and nature popping up whenever you jump and stuff. It's such a pretty game. So we could... What in the world? There's something blocking the road leading back to the village. Am I still dreaming? Obviously, we're supposed to go into this portal. I wanted to see if we could go back just to see if we could. Into the portal! Where are we? It got awfully quiet all of a sudden. I don't remember any place like this in the village. Well, we better keep our eyes peeled. You can use the right stick to look around. The L button changes your point of view. Boy, you really look so helpless. You sure you're gonna be okay? So, like, L can change it to, like, you got this kind of overhead view versus, like, having the camera right behind the wolf. Oh no. Where are the settings? Let's see, that's for stuff we get later. There we go. Much better. So I like it. Nope. I gotta fix it. So I like it in games where the direction that you point the camera is the direction the camera moves. So like if you move the right analog stick to the right, I'd like the camera to look to the right. There, that's better. I know a lot of people like inverting it where like you like push up on the analog stick and the camera goes down, but I've always liked it like this. Nice and simple. Are there any other settings we need to mess with? Controller settings. Nope, we've got the regular button controls for the brush, which is the tool that you get later on in the game. You can use, I think you can use motion controls for it, but we're in docked mode. I'm not using the Joy-Cons, so we don't really need to do that. We got filters we can put in, controller rumble. You can turn that on and off. I always have my Switch's rumble turned off because I'm just not a big fan of it. But let's move on, because we're going to want to go a fair bit into this game so we can see like performance. Because I mean, obviously performance is really good. You know, we're not talking 60 FPS here, but it's a pretty darn good frame rate. Hold on, that's an origin mirror. They say once your reflection reaches the surface, your memories will be stored for all eternity, aka saving your progress. Alright, save. Now we got a bunch of save files here. How many new ones do we have? Oh yeah, there's my New Game Plus that I got years ago. We'll start on slot 20. There we go. 24 minutes. And onward. As we go into the tutorial. Look at all those pots just waiting to be broken. If you bust them, there might be something good inside. You know, the first of many little references to the Zelda series, because this is a very Zelda-like adventure game. We can collect money from them. They're like these old little mythological, you know, Japanese coins. All right, let's go. We're mostly going through this area to obtain an ability. Hey, get a load of that. That chest looks really tempting. Let's go check it out. Getting up that high ought to be a piece of cake. Press B to jump, and press B again to wall jump. I knew you could do it. They say good luck is found in high places, so keep your eyes peeled. Got more money from that. You obtained Holy Bone S. Amaterasu's favorite snack, restores 3 units of solar energy. Break up all this stuff to get more money. You know, even though this is a PS2 game, this looks so good. I mean, technically, this is probably based on the HD version that came out for PS3, I think. But still, it looks quite good, and the cell shading really does a lot for it. Slick on top. Have you ever played Okami Den on the DS? It's a sequel to the PS2 original. I have. I remember buying Okami Den from a GameStop store years and years ago. I remember I played through it once, and I also lent it to my friend who loves Okami so that he could play it while he was out and about driving his truck. I enjoyed Okami Den, because I actually mentioned this earlier, because when they first announced Okami Sequel and they said the original director was coming back, it showed Amaterasu running around. I thought, all right, so what are we know literally nothing about this game yet, but what are they going to do timeline wise? Are they going to have it, you know, set before or after Okami Den, or are they going to completely retcon Okami Den and say, oh, that game, that didn't happen. This is the real sequel. Kind of like what Hollywood's done with some movies where, like, you know, they have these big franchises like Halloween, and they think, what if we made a sequel that ignored all of the other ones? What if we just reset everything and just decided to make a sequel to the original entry? All right, he's talking about how he has the power of brushing. We don't have access to the feature yet. Slick on top. I hope it doesn't retcon anything. I hope it doesn't either. I'm just curious about what they're planning on doing with it. Because I don't think they could realistically place it between Okami and Okami Den. I don't know. It has been quite a while since I played Okami Den. Examine. River of the Heavens. The fabled Stardust River, but I sure don't see anything like that around here. It couldn't be that little puddle over there, could it? So we got a little puddle over here. I'd say that's very sparkly, like Stardust. Now, obviously, we don't have access to the paintbrush yet. So let's keep going a little bit further. But yeah, anyway, Select on top. The moment that I saw the teaser trailer, my brain immediately went, okay, what are they going to do? When does it take place? Are they going to retcon Okami Den? Are they not going to? What's going on here? You know, while we know literally nothing and probably won't know anything for months. Look at the stars twinkle. I haven't seen such a beautiful nighttime sky in ages. You know, I'm really glad that they decided to put the game on sale because of the announcement of Okami Sequel. Because, like, it's probably on sale on other places, too. Yep, Okami HD is $4.99 on Switch as well as on Steam. So that's cool. It's got a little bundle with Kunitsugami. That is much less cheap. Yeah, Kunitsugami Path of the Goddess is not super cheap. But it's another Japanese-inspired game. But, you know, Okami's $5. Oh, yeah, they just made that bundle with this newer game. The bundle literally went up 5 days ago. Oh, let's see. Slick on Top's talking about how the Vita would have done well with it because of the two different touch zones. That would have been interesting. Maybe between now and Okami Sequel coming out, they'll think to bring back Okami Den. That would be fun. All right. I know this is the right way to do it. Press R and then tap Y. How's that? There we go. A lot of new stars. Oh, we got like a little 3D dragon thing. That's cool. I mean, obviously I've played this game. I've played the original game a few times, but I've only played Okami Den once. Oh, why if it isn't a Matarasu? I apologize for not contacting you sooner during these long years. Having never forgotten you, of course. I have eagerly awaited this day when we could again meet. While you were away, the 13 spirits of the brush that you once possessed, including myself, have been scattered across this land of men and now lie in disarray. I became a constellation and managed to survive until now. The time has come for you to seek out and reunite all the techniques. Your power is what is needed to restore the dried riverbed of the heavens and renew the flow of stardust. Wow, that was the god of rejuvenation. Wait, so you have the power of rejuvenation now? Can you really use it to restore the river of the heavens? That would mean you're as good as me with a brush. No, that couldn't be true. That's impossible. Alright, so now we can go back to that area over here. River of the Heavens. Wonder if drawing some stardust would get the river flowing again. Nah, it's one thing to fix a bridge, but fixing a starry river? There's no way you could pull that off. Whoa, a river of stardust. So this really must be the River of Heavens. Who the heck drew this? Let's just put some blotches here. Oh, that's fun. Hold on. I got a prompt there. Was it just this prompt? Yes. I think we do this, right? Yeah, there we go. Slick on top, I think you're supposed to fill out the missing part of the bridge. Yeah, you were. It just took me a minute to remember. Can I make more parts of the bridge over here? Like over here. Yeah. Oh, that's fun. Hello? Oh, hold on. It's not connected all the way. So let's just put a little blotch of paint right here. Or ink. Not paint. There we go. We made it. You obtained Astro Pouch. Look what you found. The Astro Pouch can swallow up lots of food. Then when it's full, it can revive its owner if they die. Let's start feeding it with whatever food we find around here. Okay. Or money. You consumed apple. We got peach. And orange. All right, let's go. So I'm pretty sure the game stays like this the entire time, performance-wise. Because, I mean, obviously, you can probably play this game... You can probably play this game at 60 FPS on the Steam Deck. But this is fantastic on the Switch. And this colorful bit of the game looks gorgeous on the Switch OLED's OLED screen. Every game that's colorful looks that much better on the OLED model. And this game is an incredibly colorful game. I mean, imagine if they re-release Okami Den, like on the Switch or Switch 2, like in preparation for Okami Sequel. That would be great. All he'd have to do is touch it up like this and then release it with, you know, like this game. I bet people would eat that up. Especially if they were, like, hyping up the release of Okami Sequel. So look on top, are you hyped up for the Switch 2 reveal next month? Oh yeah, I've seen the rumors and stuff that say that it's going to be revealed. Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to whenever they decide to announce the Switch 2. I haven't been uber focused on all the rumors going around because, you know, there's a lot of stuff that's probably going to be rumors and not actual fact, but I'm looking forward to when they do actually reveal it. I'm hoping that they do it in the morning. I'm hoping they do a Nintendo Direct in the morning. That way, whatever day that they decide to do it, we can do a stream and kind of like watch and react to it. Because I had a lot of fun reacting to that Direct a while back. Like, even though there wasn't that much super crazy stuff that was announced. Our little, hey, let's watch the Nintendo Direct thing we did. Oh man, when was that? In June. That was a while ago. But I still had a lot of fun doing it. So, like, as long as they do it, like, in the morning, so that I don't have to do it on a day off, that would be fantastic. Because, you know, I don't work any day until, like, 1, 2 in the afternoon. So if they do more morning directs, that would be a lot of fun for me. And speaking of, it's been so long since they've done a full direct. Like, they've done the little direct things, but they haven't really done a full Nintendo Direct in a while. Hopefully they do that soon. Let me pull up Jamatsu, make sure that they haven't randomly announced the Nintendo Direct. No, they haven't. Again, I pulled it up earlier when we were talking about the Neptunia thing. Where are we? Alright, still no email for Star Trek Legends. Like, I don't know why I am so hyped up about Star Trek Legends. I know it's just a little Apple Arcade crossover RPG thing, but I'm really looking forward to it. Boy, this place is a wreck. See, that sword's in really bad shape. The gods sure didn't do much to protect this place. There we go. Made a sword. That really was your breastwork all this time. How'd you get so good? Who are you? Mister wasn't paying attention at all to what Saki was saying earlier. Hey, there's another constellation. This one looks like... We'll put one right there, too. Just for fun. Actually, let's put a smiley face on here, too. Smiley face! Now we'll actually do it. That is also the fun thing about this, because you can just draw funny things for the fun of it. Well, 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 if it isn't Amaterasu. It's been a long time. But with all these monsters around, the only place I could hide was in this shrine dedicated to ancient heroes. If there's anything I can do to assist you in your endeavors, I'm at your service. I think this is the one where we get the sword slash ability. Slick on Top said that I think they'll use DLSS3 to achieve 4K on the new handheld. I know Nintendo's just waiting for production costs to go down. Yeah, because Nintendo is probably wanting to still make the Switch 2 affordable for people versus like what Sony's been doing. with like, hey, here's a PlayStation Pro for an exorbitant amount of money. Wait, if you're getting all the powers, that means you're just like that white wolf. You know, the wolf who fought and died alongside the great Nagi. When the wolf died, the wolf's power was split into the 13 brush gods. This is crazy. It's just like the Ned legend. Well, anyway, I've never seen this power slash technique myself. How about you slash that boulder apart? Okay. I think it's just a straight line. Whack! Wow, I didn't think you had it in you. I'm not even in the same league as you. Guess I really overestimated myself. Hey, I've made up my mind. If you're the wolf reborn, then that means you can master all 13 techniques. I'm gonna come with you. Lucky you. Hey, it's no use trying to change my mind. There's no stopping me once I've made a decision. Now that you've mastered the power slash, you can cut down that thing that Sakuya was talking about. Let's go give it a shot. Is there anything over here? I think you can power slash the pots too, can't you? Yeah! You know, so you're not headbutting stuff all the time. Get out of here, barrier. Get out of here, torch. Let's wait for the ink to refill. Get out of here, trees! Yeah, this is great. This was like so fantastic because you can interact with so many things, and this was a PS2 game. Screw you, boulders. I mean, random plant over here. Oh, we got grapes from it. Cool. You know, have fun just doing random crap to the world, and you get rewarded for it. You obtained ink bottle. Bottles full of ink fills one of the ink pots you have. Cut down the gate? Probably not. Nope. Screw you, tree! Oh no! Enemies! Draw first, ask question later is right. You know that divine instrument you have on your back. To use its power against them. Look at that combo. That's awesome. Once you've caught them off guard and turned them black. Well, that was weird. Sorry about that. Okay, we're working again. My bad, everybody. The my capture card suddenly wouldn't send any data to the stuff. My bad. But we're back. Anyways, I think it cut off restoring the village and everything. That sucks. Let's go back. We'll redo the village thing. Begin story. Go back into our save data. Apologies if there's an echo on screen. My headset actually just died. All right. Anyways, we're back here. This was after the tutorial battles, which I think we were in the last time the capture card was actually giving information. So we're just going to come up here. We're gonna draw a sun right here. We have this little fun little reference that I mentioned earlier. I don't know if it caught on the stream or not, but like drawing a circle for a sun is one of the powers you get later on in the game, so it's kind of fun to be able to just good, excellent connection. Good. But it's fun to do that because we get a little nod to it. Hey, like, hey, what are you trying to do? You looking to draw a sun? I'm afraid even gods have their limits. Saying, hey, you can't do that yet. All right, let's go ahead and do a power slash to release the fruit. It's a little weird because I already did this a few minutes ago, but that's okay. I've always loved these little transitions. They just look so pretty and good with like all the nature just going around and as everything is restored in the village. It's just very pretty. Apologies again for the stream randomly cutting out. I've actually that's never happened before, like this specific situation, because I looked at YouTube Studio and it said no data. I'm like, no data, that's weird. But anyways, we're back. Wow, the village has been restored. Sakia came through big time. She really was protecting the village, but I sure wish I could have spent more time in her kimono, if you know what I mean. But seriously, with all the monsters running around, the village could still be in danger. Let's go see how they're doing. Alright, let's actually go and explore the village and see how they're doing down there. Also, cut down trees. Because why not? Oh, let's see, this is this guy right here. What in the world? I don't remember there being a statue here. Well, whatever. Let's go talk to the villagers. And chop down more trees. Get anything from that? Nope. Didn't get any food items from that. Alright, here's the village. Don't see anybody yet. Oh, there's a little statue of a kid. Hey, there's a statue here too. It's like the villagers have turned to stone or something. Not again. That's not one of those smaller monsters that are lurking around. A roar like that's got to be something bigger. Which I'm sure we're going to go find later. We got our little save point here. We'll go ahead and use that. Oh, hey! I didn't think we'd actually be able to come into this place. Look at all this stuff. It's just waiting to be knocked down! Oh, hey, look at that. A secret area under that. Cool. No good, this one's not moving. Everyone here was perfectly fine a few hours ago. There's definitely something weird going on here. Let's find some high ground so we can take a look. Alright, let's go. There's definitely something strange going on. Oh, hey, there's a little arrow pointing. Hey, go this way. Let's find some high ground. Oh, I know where the high ground is. Before we came down here, the first time, before my capture card cut out on me, there were two paths we can go, down or up, and we went up first and realized, oh, that's probably not where we needed to go first. So we went up onto the ledge up here. There's like a little path. Yeah, like this little golden bridge over here. Can we knock down this stuff? Nope. This is bad. The sun's not even shining. It's black as night as far as the eye can see, and not a single villager can move a muzzle. It's not gonna stay like this forever. If only the sun were out to light. If you could draw in a circle in the sky, we'd have ourselves a sun. I already tried that! Oh, now it works. Because it was before the scripted part that was supposed to happen. Come to think of it, your name is Amaterasu. That's the name of the sun god. So it'd follow that you had the sunrise technique from the very beginning. With it, you could even turn night into day. Well, Ami, let's get back to the village. We gotta see if the villagers are back to normal now. Huh? Who are you? Village Elder Mr. Orange! What a fantastic name. A white wolf? Not the one who fought that terrible creature with Nagi, are you? You couldn't possibly be the legendary White Wolf. That story is 100 years old. Still, you look a lot like that statue. Oh, and that's fun. That's showing that this is a fun little bit of detail, basically telling you that to normal people, you just look like a white wolf. They can't see the equipment. They can't see all of the red markings on Amaterasu. So to normal people, they look like just a regular old wolf. On the other hand, you don't look quite as smart. What? What do you mean? How dare you call me stupid? Whoa, there's no need to growl like that. Can you really understand what I'm saying? Well, I'm not one to mince words. I just state the facts. Oh no! It's the enemas! What's this sudden chill down my spine? Here they come! Those are the monsters that have been plaguing these lands. They sneak into villages and cause all sorts of trouble. Let me just get you out of here, bud. Yeah, take this, this, and this. What are you looking at? From there. From there. Didn't work. There we go. Now. I always found it slightly tricky to get the timing just right on the little slashes once you knock someone down. Because, you know, like they're kind of flat and everything. Oh, hey, look, collectibles. You really get aggressive when you're mad, don't you? Hey, Hey, you got yourself some praise. See how that dried up spring began flowing again? That's because ridding an area of monsters restores the god's power to the land. People call it divine intervention. That Mr. Orange you tossed around up on the sacred deck looks like he thinks you're just a regular wolf. Seems the gods have grown so weak that people can't see them anymore. Putting a little reasoning for why he can't see the markings on Amaterasu. Anyways, I'll show you around the village. I have a feeling we're in for an epic adventure! You obtained Feed Bag of Seeds. Freshly roasted seeds that seed-loving animals can't resist. Look at that sweet grub you found. Wait, that's animal food. Still, we could save it to give to animals. Let's use it when we try to approach animals later. Whenever you want to check out the items obtained, just press the start button to open the fan menu. Let's draw another sun. Oh, it won't let me? Because the sun's already out? I see how it is. You know what I think of those trees? That's what I think of those trees. Alright, we can always look at this fan menu. We're like, oh, look at our tools. We have Holy Bone S and Feed Bag of Seeds. We got this other stuff. We got 3 techniques. Got a bunch more to get later. Anyways, back to the village we go. Now that the sun is out and people are alive again. Oh, hey, here's that first statue we saw. Ah, I feel it. Foul beasts dwell in this land. Concentrate. Right behind you now. What? Oh, no! You were right! There we go. Now we're going to have to run around as we gain back our ink to be able to use our power. Hey, take this. Okay, there we go. There we go. Humans are not witness to such battles, but I saw it. The fighting went on for exactly 24 seconds. Okay. Oh no! And battle's done again. Here he goes again. 15 seconds that time. All right, anyways. Hey, Mr. Orange. Are you okay? You need the sun? There's the sun for you, Mr. Orange. Oh, hey, the birds were just down here. Let's feed the birds. There you go, birds. As this camera very slowly pans around. Can't really do anything here. So I guess we'll just have to wait until this little animation... Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Oh, we got praise for that. That's fun. Well, anyways, let's go down to the village. We can probably talk to people now. Oh, hello! Hello, how are you? Mushy mama with a weird face. I've had about enough of this. I don't know if it's stray monsters, but someone keeps messing up my crops. Going around digging holes with the X button, it makes me so mad. If I catch you digging around here... What do you mean, like this? Yeah, what are you gonna do about it? You consume turnip. What are you gonna do about it? Look, she's chasing after us. Whack! Okay. Yeah. Oh, haha! 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 What are you gonna do? What will you do now? I got another one. Okay, okay, I'm done. I'm done messing with the lady and her crops. Oh, hey, look at that. You consumed cabbage. Oh, I wonder if we could just do that for her stuff instead of digging. Looks like that's gonna be a no. All right, let's start exploring houses. Hello, what's in here? This must be where she ages the sake. Smells good, doesn't it? Yes. Oh, hello. Ooh, look at all that. Free stuff. You consumed rice balls. Rice balls don't grow out of the ground. Bale of rice. Okay, that might be a little more. Hello. Well, what a fine looking wolf. What's your name? Mine's Kushi. It's a pleasure to meet you. Sake brewer Kushi. Working in the fields again, are ya? Soon. Are you and that wolf together? This is where I grow the rice for making my sake, you know. But I have managed to manage the harvest all on my own. It's hard work. Maybe I should have Susano give me a hand this year again. Oh, that's a fun little reference to the sequel. Isn't Susano the partner character from Okami Den? No, he's the No, Susano's the adult guy who's the descendant of the legendary hero. I know I recognize the name from something. All right. Susano's son, Kuni, he is the main partner character for Okami Den. Well, let's chop down all this other stuff, help them with their crops, and take it all. Oh, we got praise for helping them. Susano's a neighbor of mine. He's a little unusual, but he goes around with a huge sword slung over his shoulder. He's always practicing. They say he's a direct descendant of our legendary hero, and he loves his sake too. See what's in here. Oh, hello. Bunch of rice balls in here. See if we can break anything. Nope. Son! Oh, hey, there's a dog. Hello, dog. A white wolf. Now that's just plain weird. You're just plain weird. Look at your nose. Sure looks like a weak little bugger. Think you can beat my dog? Well, listen to this. There's this field my mama tends, you see. Well, Hayabusa managed to dig up 9 turnips in a row, even though my mama was chasing him around trying to slug him. Oh, it's this one. Alright, so I'm assuming the challenge is going to be to, like, dig them all up without getting caught and getting whacked by her. Or we can just, like, give her the runaround until she gives up. Nope. Four. Five. So we're halfway there. You missed. Oh, it reset on me. Oh well. Oh well. It's fine. It's fine. Let's just move on. Oh, hey, the wheat stuff reset. There we go. I'll take that. What we got over here? What do you have to say? Oh, Mrs. Orange. A white wolf. Now that's a rare sight. Did you come down from the mountains to play with us? Well, you'd better be careful, dear. Lately, some monsters have been attacking the villagers. Do you even know who you're talking about? Grandma. This is the White Wolf reborn. And I keep saying White Wolf just because I don't want to keep, you know, butchering the actual pronunciation of the name. The wolf and I have it covered. Those monsters are history. Well, I better get back to my work. Okay, you do that. Also, don't worry about that tree randomly. I just cut that down. Did it just magically regenerate? Oh, yeah. I think you can, like... I don't think we can do it right now. But I think there's a way... Maybe like that you can connect these two with a different technique. Well, anyways, let's cross the bridge and see what's over here. Isn't this where we came in? No, it's not. But it is where we can save again. Screw that sign. Oh. Sign said no. The Great Worrier. Not warrior, worrier. Jeez, it's not even spelled right. He's always snoring like a bear. This is the home of the 2-bit middle-aged warrior Susano. He goes around claiming to be a descendant of Nagi. He's famous around here for his lineage, but he's awfully lazy and too off the wall to be a descendant. Oh, let's see if Cooney's here. Cooney should be alive at this point. Oh, he was the one sleeping in here earlier that we found. I am the greatest. Oh, okay. Good for you, bud. Because Cooney was definitely alive at this point. Because Okami Den's supposed to take place only 9 months after this game. So obviously he would have been born by then. What we got here? Who the heck put this big rock here? It's blocking the only road out of the village. Doesn't look like you could squeeze through anywhere. Besides, I don't even know if it's safe to leave the village yet. Let me just, Looks like Power Slash is not enough. Okay. Well, let's head back into the village, see if there's anybody we haven't spoken to yet. Oh, hello. I'll jump up here. You obtained Exorcism Slip S. Paper depicting a holy incantation slightly damages nearby enemies. Too far away. Bottles of ink, that's interesting. There's the orange house. Guess we can go into their house. See if there's anything cool in here. Nothing to eat here. Got a little bit of money here, and that's about it. Orange, collected some oranges. Alright, back outside we go. See, this is where the lady stores her sake. Ooh, watermelon. Sweet and juicy fruity treat. Fills Astro Pouch. Let's go ahead and get some more stuff here as well. Make sure to say hello when you see Suzanne. He could use a friend. Aww, she's petting Amaterasu. That's so cute. Well, since she doesn't have the triangle over anymore, I'm assuming she doesn't have anything else to say. Oh, lady over here does. Here to listen to the ramblings. Well, I was doing the laundry, but when it was ready to dry, I noticed my drying pole was gone. I'm assuming right here. Drying pole! A new drying pole? Oh my, where did that come from? The gods must have answered my prayers. I mean, technically that's true. Because Amaterasu is the sun god, and Amaterasu is the one that put it there. Oh, look at her. She's so happy. Well, I'm glad I was able to hang my laundry, but the sun seems to be so far away these days. If only the sun would shine closer. Oh, well, I can fix that problem too! The sun is suddenly drawn so close my laundry will be bone dry in no time! Maybe I ought to make some cherry cakes to offer the sun. Come back tonight if you want some too, Snowball. No one makes better cherry cakes. They're mouth-watering good. That does sound good. They're talking about the turnip thing again. Back, you fiend! said, back, you fiend! Just abusing this poor lady. Every time she gets close. I didn't even think about doing that. Back, you fiend! I mean, lady. Oh no! I ran out of ink. Dig, please. Bro, are you joking? That is a load of crap. She hit us, like, literally, and she stood right where the last turnip was and wouldn't let us pick it up. Okay, we're gonna have to try that again. That is a load of crap, dude. Knock it off. All right. 5. 6. 7. Nope. Okay. All right. Let's try it again. I don't care. Let's keep trying. Knock it off, lady. Even though I'm literally stealing your crops. It is for the sake of a side quest. There we go. Now we have ink again. Don't you dare. Go away. Got it. Okay. All right, there we go. We got it done. You offered an oddly shaped turnip. I didn't realize or see right away that you had to actually hit the X button to pick it up and offer it to the boy and his dog. Hey, that's the oddly shaped turnip Hayabusa and I have been looking for. That means you've broken the record by digging up all 10. Gosh darn it! Fine, you're the better canine. Anyways, it actually feels good to have a new goal to aim for. What do you mean new goal? Like matching my record? Okay, whatever. Well, we got that done. Praise and all that. Wonder if this guy has more to say. Doesn't look like he does. Just repeating what he said. You don't know if it's safe to leave the village yet? I guess we'll go look to see if this guy has anything to say while he's asleep. Wake up! Alright, whatever. We're leaving. We are leaving! After breaking your stuff and getting oranges, I guess. Nothing. Might as well save again, just because we've done a couple more things. Let's see, there's nothing else for him to say, nothing else for her to say. So let's head on back up this way. Maybe there's something back up by Asaki's tree. Not really. The portal showed back up. So let's head back down here. We'll probably head back up here too. Oh, we can't really go up further, can we? There is an NPC up here. Is this Mr. Orange? Yep. Ah, you're that white wolf. That was quite a toss you gave me. Hello, Mr. Orange. Hey, aren't you that little troublemaker? If I've told you once, I've told you 1,000 times. Oh, never mind. I've got better things to do. Look, sir, it's the sun! I'm gonna jump off here. See, we're fine. Alright, let's go back down the village. There's probably something I missed down here. Let's take a look in here. If his mama catches you snacking, she'll clobber you good. Okay. See if there's anything we can break in here. Didn't get anything for it, though. I wouldn't want to get clobbered. Oh, I have caught chicken. What? Oh, hey, a bunch of more food. Ginseng, aka carrots. That's the same thing that she said before. So I want to double check every place. Because I'm thinking that you have to get Susano to move the boulder. Oh, what's this back here? That's cool. I'm gonna dig a hole right here. Pretty sure you're done, because I already did your quest. Okay. Let's see if there's anything back here. This rock's the perfect size for training. Looks like there isn't a single scratch on it, though. More carrots. Pouch is getting filled up. I wonder if there's a way we can wake him up. Whoa, looks like he ain't waking up anytime soon. Oh, Kushi, let's what? Wake up! What am I missing here? Oh, I think we were supposed to spawn a new type of battle when we talked to the merchant that's trying to move the stone. Let's go back over there. Okay, this is new dialogue. This is weird. My mind wants to move this rock, but my body doesn't cooperate. Could this be a case of demon possession? Okay, there we go. Now we're getting our scripted thing. With the new enemy type. Okay, okay. I wonder why that wasn't spawning before. Maybe I didn't talk to him enough times. There we go. Yes, new attack because he put up like a little shield when he tried to power slash him the first time. Sliced in half. Lots of praise. You accumulated praise. Whoa! That means your divine attributes can be enhanced, aka you can level up. Alright, so we can get one of these two. We can either upgrade solar energy, or we can upgrade ink pots. Let's do ink pots for now. That way we can do more and last longer before having to wait for ink to regenerate. And then once we get 50 again, we'll be able to increase our health. Ah, I feel light as a feather now. Sadly, that doesn't make it any easier to shift this boulder. Who went and blocked the only path out of here anyways? There's no way I can get back to the city now. Say, your owner lives in the village, right? So you must know that guy Susano. Can you get him to come here? They say he's the descendant of the legendary hero. Alright, let's go. Actually time for you to wake up now. Let's wake this guy up. Tackle! Bam! What the? Huh? What's going on? Ah, I feel so well rested. I planned to meditate underground, but fell asleep. Who are you? And what business do you have with Susano, the greatest warrior ever? The great warrior Susano. Do even the beasts know of my great exploits now? Go back to the mountains and play with your monkey friends, Wolf. How dare a Maggie mutt like you interrupt my meditation? Get a load of this guy. Quit messing around and come with us. Huh? You stuck in here again. Quit bugging me, you... I told you, don't call me that. Come on, Ami. We're taking him with us. Oh. Put me down this instant. Oh, that's funny. And kind of a little hint on what the sequel would do, because his son rides on the top of Chibi Darasu, kind of like this for a while in Okami Den. Or maybe like Capcom was like, hey, remember when Amaterasu did this? Let's have the new wolf character do this in the sequel. Alright, mister, you're gonna come over here and move this rock. You mutt, you brought me all the way here just to test yourself against me? Then prepare to taste the wrath of my blade. Hold on a minute, you're the legendary Susano? Yep. And by the way, never interrupt warriors engaged in battle. But I've got a favor to ask. This huge boulder blocking the path is really getting in my way. Can't you do something about it? Come on, please. Surely one stone's no match for you. It is certainly not beyond my ability. Wait, a boulder of this size is not very easy even for me. This will require my utmost focus. I shall retire to the training grounds to prepare. Yeah, okay. Mister, I must go to the training grounds to prepare. And sleep? Tackle him again. What are you doing? I know that I told the merchant can help, but a boulder of that size? I don't care if I'm a legendary bloodline. It's just too big. Oh no, I've run out of sake. You drunk? I'll have to train tomorrow. Sake? Alright, we're gonna have to go get some sake for him. I believe it is this building where she stores her sake. Can't break it, so let's go find it. Side quests. I've got a bit of a problem. I have to polish rice in the mill house before I can use it, but the mill's broken. It's hopeless. Let's go fix her mill. Hold on. Boom! Magically fixed. What's this? The mill's been mended. Who did that? I'd completely given up on making sake. But now I can get to polishing the rice. Well, no time like the present. Hey, you know, fun little side quest stuff. It's like, hey, you need to get to move the boulder, you need to get Susano out there. And to get Susano out there, you have to get sake. And to get sake, you have to fix the mill. Hey, lady. You're interested in how to brew sake, aren't you, Snowy? Well, this thing's... Here's for polishing the rice. I've got something I think you'll like. It's just some leftover stock. It's called Vista of the Gods. Thanks. I'll be taking that and I'm out of here. So let's just get that over here. Excuse me, sir, I have your alcohol. That smell, is that sake? Did you bring me some sake? Oh, what a glorious day. A man without drink is like a warrior without his trusty sword. In fact, it is said that Nagi himself relied on the power of sake. Okay. I'll just try a bit of my usual routine. Okay, here I come. All right, let's watch this. You shall not get off so easy next time, dummy. Oh, we're supposed to do it for him. And make him think he did that. That's fun. Susano style exploding implosion. So we're just making him think that he's doing this so he'll go and move that boulder. When it's really just us doing it. But that's okay. That's amazing. You sliced that huge rock clean in half. So I guess the power slash by itself wasn't enough, but the power slash plus Susano swinging his sword at it was enough. Wow, I didn't think you could do it. Me either. But hey, what do you know? After all, I am Susano, the greatest warrior ever. You weren't just showing off when you said you were Nagi's descendant. Someone like you'd have no trouble fighting monsters off. Well, anyways, thanks a lot. Now I can start doing business again. Did you say monsters? Oh, of course, no problem. This is a job for the most skilled warrior in all of Nippon. Just sit back and watch the great Susano work his magic. Do you think he'll be okay? I'm sure he'll be fine. Oh, Saki is back. Why? Just why? I mean, I know that's not really her butt, but it looks like her butt. It's obviously the... Okay, that's better. From the front, that's better. What a pleasure to witness your heroic deeds. So you're not dead, that's good. When you cleaved the boulder in two, my heart skipped a beat. To see your skills with the brush is to be witness to great art. Yeah, so we get a reward or something, lady? I hardly think your participation had any impact. Hey, it's Isan. Stop calling me that. I'll crawl back into your kimono if you say that again. My word. Oh, relax. Furball here's more comfy anyways. Let's get back to that reward thing you were talking about. I must apologize. I would like to reward you, but I'm afraid I haven't the power. I can barely muster enough strength to make a flower bloom. Though my body stands firmly here within the confines of the village, my roots spread far and wide, protecting remote areas outside. These parts of me are known as guardian saplings. I think there's a technique where we can restore those saplings. The recent evil is eroding the guardian saplings. If this continues, I will wilt away as well. Worse yet, the dark power grows stronger with each passing day. Oh man, this is getting heavy. Amaterasu is just sleeping! Could I request your assistance in rejuvenating these guardian saplings by lifting the curse? I'll mark the locations of nearby saplings on your map. Okay, cool. I have grown tired. I haven't even the strength to speak now. So I will continue to speak. Amaterasu, may the fresh scents of flowers protect you always. Bah, I'm always itching for a good fight, but I sure don't want to poke my nose into this mess. Still, I'm stuck with Furball here. Anyway, Tommy's a god and all. What could possibly go wrong? Hey, did you listen to her? You get the rest of the brush techniques and I'll steal and learn them. Yeah, that's the ticket. All right. Oh, hi, merchant guy. What have you got here? That I haven't... Let's see, we got... Sake. Let's go grab one of these that we can feed to stuff. Don't really have anything to sell to you. Exit options. Okay, so there are no saplings in the village. We actually need to leave. Let's go ahead and save before we leave. And I want to check something. It doesn't have anything to do with the stream. Crap. Okay, never mind. Alright. I normally watch the Fortnite Switch subreddit, and someone always comes in and asks how big the update is, so I normally go in and comment how big the game is after the update. Alright, overworld time. Well, sort of. Huh? You probably know this already, but this here is Shinsu Field. It's supposed to be the most beautiful field in all of the land, but ever since that incident, I've been getting a bad vibe. We better watch where we're going. A lot of corrupted stuff. I see the, saplings. That's the first Guardian sapling marked on our map. It's supposed to be a place for travelers to rest, but just look at it. This place is definitely cursed. Places where evil has taken hold, luring monsters from far and wide, are known as cursed zones. Maybe the natural beard... Alright, let's just slip past this guy for right now. Let's walk over to the sapling, or run over to the sapling. Was it the circle one, the sun power? No. How could you possibly revive the tree? So the sun power didn't have any effect on the statue guy here. Let's try fighting these monsters then. Take that. All right, there goes one. And there goes two. That another statue person? No, that's an alive person. Cool. Nameless man, what just happened? I was out here chopping wood and communing with nature as usual when I heard a loud rumbling. Then a huge gust of wind blew up out of nowhere. I don't know what happened. Next, when I came to, it was like this. Ooh, there's a trippy crystal ball that makes plants grow enshrined in Hana Valley, so we're gonna need to go there. Alright, so Hana Valley. Oops, that's not the way to the map. There's a waterfall back here somewhere, right? So we're going to need to go this way. That way we can get the power to be able to revive plants and start rejuvenating Sakia's saplings. How's that doing? Oh, good. Only 4 minutes left on it. As soon as that update's done, I'll go ahead and reply to that guy. Because, you know, everybody's like, hey, how big is the update? And the first response was, well, it couldn't have been that big. It only took me 7 minutes on my Switch. Though, you know, people that are like, well, it didn't take me very long, without actually, like, checking to say how big the game is now. Increases godhood by 1 level. That's cool. Still no email from Cubic Games. So I'm pretty sure they said that the Star Trek Legends review codes would be going out today. Excuse me, sir. I wasn't paying attention. So you need to knock it off. Quite a few enemies in this one. I think it is kind of scripted. We'll just hack and slash our way through here. There we go. Let's see. Cubic Games said we will send the press keys after December 18th. Okay, so it might be today, might be tomorrow. Let's see, we got rid of the monsters. Guess the curse on the gods of these lands must be really strong. They can't intervene until we do something about that stagnant air. Feed bad fish. I already had that. Just because I bought one. This is kind of weird air. Hey, check that tree out. It's moving. Better be careful. Oh, I'm gonna... Excuse me, tree? That was incredibly rude. It just threw some... Try to hit its fruit back at it. Draw one quick stroke to hit the fruit. Okay. Whack! Take that, tree! Anyways, moving on. We're going to be playing this for a little while longer, because I do want to spend a lot of time finishing up Tokyo Clanpool today, if I can. But I'm having a lot of fun in this game. I always have fun playing games like this. Speaking of Twitter, I never looked to see what all leaks happened with the Fortnite update that happened this morning. So I always look to see what gets leaked. But today's update was like at 7 a.m. Oh, good. Nope, it's not done yet. It's almost done. Then I'll be able to respond to that guy. Oh, there's Susano. What are you doing here? Oh, never mind. We're going to be fighting first. Hello, Mr. Drum. New enemy type. Take this, smaller guys. Alright, they're taken care of. You obtained a Spirit Globe M. Humanity's faith made solid restores 1 unit of solar energy. That's cool. So, healing on it. Alright, let's see what this guy does. Alright, got him. Perfect. Oh, so you might go home. I already told you I'm not looking for an apprentice. Anyways, Hana Valley is no place for me. Sure it is. Beyond this point lies my secret training ground. It's the perfect place to hide. What was that? What did you say? I mean to train. Now scoot. No. That's strange. I know there's a way through here somewhere. What do you want? I already told you be off. Okay. See, I can't slash that. What we got here? Oh, hey, sun. Super obvious. And because the sun was drawn there, the sun just destroys the boulder. It just explodes. Alright, well, that's going up. Let's see if there were any fun leaks in the Fortnite update. Let's see. Oh, let's see, they added the Cyberpunk collaboration car. I'm sorry. So if you guys play Fortnite, they're adding a Christmas Mariah Carey skin in this update. Oh my gosh, it's so funny. Alright, let's see what else did they add. They added Christmas versions of Snoop Dogg and Shaquille O'Neal. The Christmas tree Guffus. Oh my gosh, the Santa suit Mariah Carey is so much. It's so funny. Adding back Starfire, good. Super levels for the Battle Pass stuff. I mean, they can't add Mariah Carey in a Christmas suit without adding a jam track for her Christmas song, right? Oh, and they're apparently gonna add a Darth Vader Samurai collaboration soon. That sounds interesting. They're bringing the Halo thing back. That's cool. Anything else really crazy and cool? New Batman and Harley Quinn skins are dropping on December 21st. Okay, that's about it. I'm not seeing any new jam track stuff. Okay, anyways, back to what we were doing. I'm sorry I had to laugh at that. So on the 21st, in 3 days, Fortnite is supposed to get a new Batman skin, a new Harley Quinn skin, and the Mariah Carey Christmas skin. That's so much fun. All right, anyways, let's keep going with this. Is this done? It's done. Cool. Let's look real quick so I can give this guy's information. 18.6 gigs. Alright, why would a guardian sapling be so tiny like this? I mean, that wall painting had a huge, magnificent tree in it. Maybe the monster's evil is keeping its power at bay. Well, we'll have to do something about that, well, won't we? Son! I bet something will happen if we can get this just right. I know this room's hiding some kind of secret. Alright, I guess we can look around the room. See if there's anything. We can probably chop this stuff down. To reveal a save point. What else we got back here? Oh, you're here. Is that a bear? You foul beast, how did you get in here? Foul beast? That looks like a bear that's sleeping. You have some nerve sneaking into my private training ground. Now you shall get a taste of my new secret technique. Your foul beast looks like a sleepy bear. Oh yeah, we have to help him and make him think he's actually doing this. Which I'm sure, to some degree, he is putting in effort. He's just not doing all of the work. Look at the bear's face! I had to take a screenshot of that. Let's look at this that screenshot. Look at that face. Look at it. I'm sorry. I'm having too much fun with this. I'm having too much fun with this. That's so funny. That'll teach you, you foolish bear. You're no match for my new secret technique. What was that? Cough, cough. Rest in peace, foul bear. The great warrior Susano condemns the offense, not the offender. Anyway, there are other monsters I must deal with, so I'm leaving! Okay. This crystal sphere is shaped with leaves. Is this sphere used in a ritual for a good harvest or something? Hey, didn't that wall painting have a spear object on it? Oh yeah, the sun was shining on it, which was redirecting that light towards a tree. Can I ride it like the bear? Nope. So, I think we need to take this back to the other room. Very awkwardly take it back to the other room. I think I'm starting to get the hang of moving it now. Needs to be up on that ledge, I think. Right there. Perfect. Wow, someone had a lot of time on their hands to set this up. So that was the sphere in the painting, which means we just need to draw a sun so it can shine light down on the sphere and get this whole process started. Alright, let's go over here. Sun. What's with that brown waterfall? Is that from the Ohio River? You know, I joke like that because I actually live close to Cincinnati, Ohio. And the Ohio River, many times as I've grown up, actually did have a brown, muddy look to it when I would be near it. It's not always like that, but there have been times where it has looked literally brownish. So some people around here just like make fun of it and saying like the Ohio River is brown. I mean, it's not safe. I remember one of my family members' friends actually swam in the Ohio River once, and they actually got sick from it. So it's like it's not a super clean place. Oh, it's and we actually like made a I actually made a bunch of jokes about it when Fallout 76 came out. Because in Fallout 76, at the very edge of the map, you can actually see part of the Ohio River, and it's blue. And I'm like, oh, It's even cleaner in Fallout during the nuclear apocalypse than it actually is right now. Anyways, we got another constellation to do. So we got a dot to put right there and right there. Hello, sir. You look like a monkey. Ah, Amaterasu, origin of all that is good and mother to us all. My gratitude for releasing my body from its slumber. Please accept my humble thanks in return for your great kindness. I am Sakagami. My brother and I have been entrusted with the brush techniques known collectively as Green Sprout. Now I grant my humble power to you. Use it wisely. That was Sakagami. Apparently the bloom brush technique can make flowers blossom simply by drawing a circle on a withered tree. Ah, I knew it! Go for it. And make a pretty cherry blossom tree. Oh, and here we go again. Look at all this. Look at all the nature returning to this place. Oh good, the water's blue again! Unlike the Ohio River. In the year of 2024. All right. Wow, look at how everything grew back so quickly. Oh my gosh, even some of the Google pictures that come up when I typed in Ohio River look a little brownish. Like not like crazy dirty brownish, but not great. I just typed Ohio River into Google while that animation was going through and I just looked at it, I'm like, oh no. Oh no. All right, let's go ahead and let's go back outside and restore. I mean, the story wants us to restore the guardian sapling that's like right outside here. Excuse me. I'm trying to go places, and you're being awfully rude. Well, that was rude as well. How about I stun you with this? Or at least attempt to stun you. Alright, this guy's gonna take a minute. What if I hit him like right here, right as he's about to hit the drum? Nope, did not work. Man, this guy, it feels like the guy was much easier the first time we fought him. I mean, we're almost done. There we go. Maybe we just needed to hit him from behind. Restores a little solar energy. Okay. Oh! It was a more scripted fight because you get a little extra thing at the end. That makes sense for why he was a little bit stronger. That creepy old tree just won't give up. I got an idea. Maybe you could... Oh, so we have to hit the fruit back at it and then use bloom while it's stunned to purify it. Okay. That makes sense. And here. I just used... Oh, right. I had to wait for the game to tell me to use bloom before I actually could. Right? Yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay. You obtained green sprout tips. Using the green sprout technique, poke holes in the ground with dots. The ink becomes a seed and... Oh, okay. Trees! Alright, yeah, because that power was showcased in the game's intro. How dare you. Purify him. Yeah, we might as well. Since we're here. We can get praise for it. Oh, we can get praise. We can now upgrade a little bit. There we go. More health. Purify. And we're out of here. Yeah, you guys do what you're doing. What if I can purify this thing? Oh, cool, we can. Awesome. So all these dead trees that we saw before, we can purify. And it looks like our little health sack is completely full. Let's go ahead and save just because we got everything done in that cave. Okay, that's a new brush stick now. Before you get all excited and forget what you're supposed to do, I have an important tip. Okay, there's a journal in the logbook, basically tells you what you're supposed to be doing. Yeah, I know what we're doing, okay? So let's go to the guardian sapling that's over here. Holy cow, it looks like your regular old curse zone from back there, but the evil here is far worse close up. Okay, so don't fall in the curse zone. There we go. Oh, look at that. I never get tired of these animations where it's just like purifying everything. It just looks so pretty. Cool. Wow, that nasty curse zone is completely gone. The plants and animals are back, and just feel that fresh breeze. If you keep on dispelling the evil curse like this, I bet the gods of nature will lend you their powers. That's Sakia's tree, isn't it? Maybe she perked up because you revived a guardian sapling. Well, we can stop by and see her later. I mean, we're kind of on a roll here. How about we take a look around the field first? Well, we'll go ahead and open this chest. Scroll drawn by wandering artist contains useful information. Well, anyways, actually, I want to go back now. Let's go back to the village now and see Sakia. Maybe we can purify her tree thing. If I draw a big circle, will it purify both of them? Nope, it'll still just do it to one. Alright, well let's head back in here real quick. Bro, I don't want... I don't care. Later. Dude. We can look at all that stuff later. Jeez. You just like immediately want to go back to the village. What are you doing? I told you to look at this place first. I'm like, dude, knock it off. Village is bustling with activity. I don't really care about the activity of the village. Let's go to the tree first. Oh, wow. Look at that. Sakia. Okay, let's go talk to Mr. Orange. Mr. Orange is normally up high. You know, Isun's saying, hey, you're looking pretty good thanks to us. Is Mr. Orange still up on this ledge? Might as well purify a couple of these on our way up. There he is. What's going on, Mr. Orange? Why are you dancing? Phew, the blessings of the gods allow me to keep dancing like this. Okay. Let's talk to him again. Have you witnessed the of Konohana? She had been withered and leafless. Oh, the tree. My dancing must have made a connection with the sacred tree. Yes, I'm sure that's exactly what... yeah, I'm sure that's exactly what happened. If only I can harness the power of the earth. Okay. I need the power of the earth to save the tree's spirit. Okay, so let's go find the withered trees and restore them. Alright, how many more do we have? Probably summon down in the village itself. Here's a couple more. Here's one more. That one. And this one. Alright, is that all of them? Nope, there's one right here. Make sure there aren't any hiding back here. Doesn't look like it. Let's go back. That should be all of them. Okay, I'll be right back, guys. Sorry about that. I got a call and had to step away for a moment. Let's see. Iron Rex says PlayAsia had reported that Nintendo of America was going to reject cultured games. This ESRB thing doesn't make much sense considering Sony's getting some of these games uncensored. Plus, there's also the Asian and Japanese version. This is not all Nintendo of America. Oh, if you're talking about that, the stuff from that we talked about earlier, well, because East Asia Soft said that they were having trouble releasing games like Tokyo Clanpool, not just in America, but Europe as well. And based off of some things that I've seen in Tokyo Clanpool that I can't really go into like really big detail on because I'm still under embargo until tomorrow. But it seems like this is not just an America thing. This might be a Nintendo thing that they've started doing regarding the stuff about you know, the Neptunia trilogy being canceled and everything. Because we went into a pretty big detail about what we know so far at the beginning of the stream, but that's kind of like what the gist is here. Because there are some, there is one, well, there's, I would say some things I've noticed in the Asia version of Tokyo Clanpool. There is one thing I've noticed in the Asia version of Tokyo Clanpool, which I'll mention in the review that I'm going to put up tomorrow or Friday. And that's the Asia version, not the, because there is no Western version yet, like America and Europe. Because East Asia Soft said they're trying. Okay. Are there any other withered trees that we missed? Let's go look at them. But yeah, East Asia Soft is trying to get Tokyo Clanpool to America and Europe. Because like this week, it's releasing on Switch in Asia, in English, and it's releasing on GOG for its PC release, since Steam banned it from being released. Steam said no. And that's, I guess that's saying a lot. Because there's a lot of risque, you know, completely hentai games on Steam. And it's not like it was like pure hentai stuff. Like the worst thing that's in Tokyo Clanpool is, what? Ah, there's one. The touch minigame, kind of like, it has a touch minigame, kind of like the Moero games had. I guess we'll look up here. I don't see any more up here. Maybe that was the last one. Maybe that was the last one. Let's go back and look. Oh good, that person on Reddit responded to my comment about the file size and he said that he thanked me. That's good. Alright, let's try this one more time. I'm pretty sure we have all of the trees restored now. There we go, at last. The answer to all my prayers. All the village's trees have sprung back to life. Yes, it is time for the Konohana Shuffle. Okay, so he's going to dance to try to summon back the spirit of the tree, aka Sakuya. By drinking Alcohol. Of course. And here we go, Mr. Orange with an orange on his head. Snowball, Isun, what you're about to see is the stuff of legends. Okay. Well, he's gonna dance now. Okay. In his defense, it is having an effect. It didn't work. Try it again, bud. I was a little delayed in my response time. Okay, this is the one that we have to do. And this one. And this one. And again. Right there on the top. There we go. We've got all the blossoms just like floating through the city on the wind. Looks like he's exhausted. There she is! Ah, great, I'm on Amaterasu. I see you were as full of spunk as always. I also owe this elderly gentleman my deepest thanks. Mere words cannot express the depth of my gratitude. Oh, she's not wearing her kimono anymore. Of course, the one who deserves my respect the most is Amaterasu. She also looks a little taller. Maybe it's just because the kimono's off. I cannot guarantee that it will mean salvation for all of Nippon, but if you restore the guardian saplings spread about the land, you too will benefit from the power that results. I will remain in Kamiki, praying for your mission success. Oh, I guess, like, theoretically she could leave now. Now that her power has been restored. Well, there we go. Ooh, new technique. All right, we're gonna need to put a little dot right there. and a little dot right there. Amaterasu, origin of all that is good and mother to us all. Alright, how am I gonna make trio of Flora gods to reveal myself? May my power be of assistance to you! With the water lily power, you can create lily pads on water. You can use them to cross any body of water. Let's try it out! I've been eyeing that treasure chest. Okay. Well, let's make a big old lily pad. Hey, wipe that smirk off your face. At least we don't have to worry about getting wet anymore. I know! Now that you have this new power, let's use it to travel a bit further out of the village. I know there's a waterway for a ferry that went out of business around here. AKA right here on your map. Our little Saki is back to her old peppy self. There are lots of guardian saplings that haven't blossomed yet. I'll put another little pad like right there. Break it. You obtained a sun fragment. Collect 3 to extend solar energy by 1. All right. We've been going for about 4 hours today, 3 of which have been in Okami. 2 hours, 51 minutes, 44 seconds. So I think that's going to be it for today. So we're going to go ahead and close out of here. Now, like I said earlier, Okami HD is on sale for $4.99 on the US eShop and is also $4.99 on Steam until January 1st. This is a fantastic little adventure game, and, you know, $20 for it is still great because it's a really good game, and it's a pretty lengthy one. But $4.99, steal. $5, a fantastic PS2 adventure game. If you like Japanese folklore, you like the Zelda formula, you'll probably love it. And as we saw, it plays fantastic. A solid 30 FPS throughout the entire game. And fun fact, unless the PC version is different, like if you play the PS4 version of this game on PS5, it is still locked to 30 frames per second. So PS5 players will get pretty much the same experience. It might look a little bit brighter, but overall, same experience between Switch and PS5 because the Switch version plays great. And as I said earlier today, as far as with the channel, I'm going to put a Tokyo Clanpool review up either tomorrow or Friday. Tomorrow is the embargo date, so tomorrow would be optimal. It is 2 o'clock right now, so I am probably going to spend the next 10 hours working on that game, seeing if I can get through the rest of it and be able to do a review. If not, it'll be up on Friday, and we'll be back with a stream next week. Unless we really need to put coverage up of Star Trek Legends, we're probably going to just do a stream next week on Monday for Christmas and take the rest of that week off to, because it's the holiday week, and to help me get things situated and set up for next year. But that's all I have for you today. So I will let you guys go, and I will see you next time.